und herzlich willkommen hier zurück zu The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel Teil 1. Ja, mir ist aufgefallen in den letzten Folgen, dass die Trails of Cold Steel Folgen ankommen, aber wenige Likes da sind. Und ich dachte mir so, naja, das liegt vielleicht einfach an der Grafik, weil das Spiel nicht perfekt ist, was Grafik angeht. Und da heutzutage viele Leute eher auf die Grafik schauen, statt auf die Story, kann man das ja anscheinend leider nicht ändern. Ich finde es schade, weil ich finde, Trails of Cold Steel generell hat gute, wichtige Punkte, die eigentlich im Fokus stehen sollten. Aber ich glaube nicht, dass ich das jetzt hier wirklich groß ändern kann. So, was ich aber machen kann, ist einfach weiter zocken, mit euch weiter versuchen, die Welt hier zu entdecken, zu erkunden. Und ich hoffe, dass ich den einen oder anderen vielleicht dazu motivieren kann, vielleicht sich das Spiel nicht nur oberflächlich anzuschauen, sondern mal sich mit dem Spiel auseinanderzusetzen. Das ist so mein Ziel, was jetzt die Community angeht und warum ich das Spiel hier zum Teil spiele. Und zum anderen der größere Teil ist einfach, weil das eines meiner Lieblingsspielreihen ist. Und deswegen habe ich mich damals vor ungefähr 2-3 Wochen entschieden, diese Reihe in Ruhe, ohne Stress und ohne Eile zu spielen. Nur so kleine Randinfo, kleine Vorabinfo. Für die Leute, die bis jetzt hier dran geblieben sind, ist es vielleicht interessant zu wissen. Gut, wollen wir einfach mal weitermachen. Wir haben heute viel zu tun. Wir gehen nämlich jetzt auf den großen Markt und versuchen hier ein bisschen was zu klären, beziehungsweise versuchen wir zumindest. Unsere Aufgabe ist nämlich hier ein bisschen Nachforschungen zu machen. Allerdings sehe ich gerade, wir haben hier eine kleine Nebenaufgabe. Die würde ich heute erstmal in den Fokus packen, bevor wir hier mit der Main Story weitermachen. Das heißt, wir quatschen die hier einfach mal an. Excuse me? Do you happen to be Lizzie? That's correct. Does it make you the students from Source, who the market manager said would be coming then? Yeah, that's us. We came to see you about the request you sent in. Would you explain the situation to us in full? Of course. I happened to come across someone's wallet via my store yesterday. I kept it with me in the hopes that they would come to pick it up, but no one comes to claim it. As such, I'd like to ask you all for your help in delivering it back to its owner. Would you be able to do that for me? Klar. We'd be happy to help. Thank you. Here's a wallet that I found then. Okay. We sure will take good care of it. I assume that you've already inspected the contents. I did indeed. Unfortunately, there wasn't anything inside that could help to identify the owner. What exactly was inside it anyway? Well, naturally there was mirror in it. Like a lot of mirror. This isn't just jump change we're talking about. The only other thing was a train ticket to Heimdall. It's scheduled for tonight. It sounds like the owner is a very well-off traveler then. There's not much we can do with that. As our only lead though. I believe the train ticket is potentially our best lead. Yeah, but what should we do with it? Should we go and ask at the station? Yeah, considering it's for a train that leads to Naya, I imagine the owner is frantically searching for it. Which means they might have already been to the station themselves to ask about it. Let's head over to the station then. Sorry for the trouble, but I'm counting on you for this. Okay. Lost Wallet. Dann gehen wir mal zum Bahnhof und fragen dort einfach mal nach. After entering the station, they asked about whether or not there had been any inquiries in regards to lost the wallet. Oder sowas. Das habe ich jetzt aus Versehen weggedrückt. Yes, there was a An inquiry. The wallet seems to match the description we received too. Can I ask when the inquiry was made? I believe it was this morning. A young lady came along in a panic, claiming that she was at a complete loss, without her wallet and its contents. From what I could tell, she seems to have been traveling alone too. And yet, why she would be in a panic then? Did she say anything else that could lead us to her? She mentioned something about returning to the inn to do a thought check, if I recall correctly. It's a weathercock, right down the street, you can't miss it. How convenient. We happen to be staying there ourselves. Okay, let's go ask Margot. Okay, auf zurück zu Margot. Also ein bisschen hin und her rennen. Okay, die Stadt ist ja Gott sei Dank nicht so groß, besteht ja nur aus einer Straße und einem Markt. Das heißt, es ist sehr übersichtlich. Hey there, is something the matter? Do you have a moment? There's something we'd like to ask you. Rean explains the situation to Market and asked if anyone had come along looking for the wallet. Oh, you're looking for Annabelle. Bad timing though, she just left. That's unfortunate. But we have a name now, at least. That makes life a lot easier. True, all that's left now is to actually meet with her. She mentioned that she'd be searching as a rest area in the Grand Market next, so you want to head there. Make sure you return it to her, okay? We will. Let's go. Okay, warte mal, jetzt wollte ich nochmal eins gucken. Ja, okay, das haben wir schon. Gut. Okay, wieder zurück zum Markt. Excuse me, you wouldn't happen to know if a young lady came in here searching for her wallet, would you? She was indeed here a few moments ago, but she's gone now. Do you know where she went then? Unfortunately not. She did mention something about having no choice but to rely on agents now though. Does it help you out at all? I think there's only one place that could be. Shall we make our way to the church? That seems like our best bet for now. Okay. Dann auf geht's, rennen, 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 rennen. Auf zur Kirche. So. Da ist sie doch. Die haben wir schon mal gesehen. Die war schon mal in einem Raum im Inn. Oh, Aetius, please, have mercy on my poor soul. I simply cannot believe this. How am I supposed to live on having lost all my mirror in a place like this? Looks like we found her. The tragic heroine act made it kind of obvious. Unfortunately, we'll have to interrupt her. Excuse me. Just who are all of you? Well, you can turn right around if you're planning to rob me. I no longer have any... please calm down. Just want to ask you something. Are we correct in assuming that you are Annabelle? I am. Thought so. You wouldn't have to recognize this wallet, would you? They showed Annabelle the wallet. That's my wallet. Where did you find it? Well, you see... Thank you so much. I'm surprised to hear that a merchant from the Grand Market kept it safe for me, however. Kindness remains in people's hearts, after all, it would seem. It looks that way, yeah. Regardless, I am very grateful that you found it for me. Is there any particular amount that you like in return? You can take half of what currently in here, if you like. I don't think we can accept that. Your thanks alone are enough. I see. Well, how about this then? I purchased it as a souvenir at the Grand Market before the Great Wallet Search began. Picket blush! I see no reason you can't accept that. In fact, I insist. I hope you find it useful. Thank you. We gratefully accept them. You're very welcome. Thank you again for finding my wallet. Sehr schön. Haben wir das ja schon abgeschlossen. So you managed to find the owner after all? Thank goodness. I really can't thank you enough. I'm glad that we could be of help. Please excuse us then. Sehr schön. Da haben wir das erledigt. So, das Gute ist, wir haben jetzt das hier bekommen. Das heißt, wir können das andere Ding eigentlich verkaufen. Außer wir geben das Ding Rean. Weil es macht die Art-Defense hoch und die Defensive etwas höher. Aber Rean hat schon hohe Defensivwerte. Und sie eher nicht. Aber sie hat schon einen Picker Flush. Er... was ist denn das hier? Defensive höher. Machen wir das mal raus und das hier rein. Hard Defense hoch. Ja, packen wir ihm das mal rein. Gut, dann würde ich aber noch ein bisschen weitermachen. Wir gehen heute noch in die Inspektion. And to think I was ecstatic to finally participate in the famous Celtic Grand Market. What did I ever do to deserve this? Excuse me? You. I'm sorry you had to see me acting like that. I hope you can forgive me for my inappropriate behavior. He seems really down. It's quite understandable. He's a merchant. In busy market, unable to do business. So what brings you here? Did you need something from me? Oh. Actually, Rean explained that he and his classmates were investigating the truth behind what had happened the previous night. You're investigating? That's right. I'd really appreciate it if you could answer a few questions for us. You may be able to help us find the true culprit. I suppose it can't hurt. It's better than doing nothing, at least. You don't have to sound so pessimistic. Well, can you blame me? You're students at the military academy. You're not exactly ace detectives. That is true. We're still determined to find out who did this. We may even be able to recover your goods. Cooperating with us could prove quite fruitful. Okay, fine. I never said I wouldn't help you, did I? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say, so it's not like I saw anything worth mentioning. You didn't? As soon as I made sure my stall was ready to open the next morning, I left everything set up and went home. The other merchants around here can vouch for that. Guess I shouldn't have left the stall unattended. But by the time I got in it was too late. The deed hadn't done. So by morning the stall had already been destroyed and your goods stolen. Come to think of it, what goods were stolen exactly? Oh, I have a sample with me actually. Also sowas wie Armbänder oder Armreife. An accessory. Is this a brand that's popular in the capital? In a real hit lately, yeah. I was hoping to bring the fat here by selling them at the market. But this is the only one I have left now. I tried to think just how much money I lost in one single night. Damn cowards sabotaging my business. It's much too early to be jumping to conclusions. Do you have any evidence that proves his culpability? No, but he's clearly the prime suspect. He was so against the idea of taking turns sharing this spot with me, he decided he'd destroy my stall altogether. I just know it. I'm going to get him to give me my goods back, no matter what it takes. Please try to stay calm. You do know that if you cause any more trouble, the provincial army really will arrest you, right? Yeah, I know, but it's a matter of justice. I can't just act like nothing ever happened. That's wrong. It's general principle. I'm begging you, please, get my goods back, whatever it takes. Well, I can't promise success. I swear to you, we'll do everything we can. That much I can promise. I think that's everything this merchant knows. Let's try questioning the other one. Okay. Haben wir jetzt ein bisschen was erfahren? Also er hat die Schuld auf den anderen Typen da gelegt. Das ist aber nicht weiter verwunderlich. So. Okay, dann gehen wir mal zu dem anderen. What the hell am I supposed to do now? Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you, but could we have a moment of your time? This is kids from the military academy, right? Huh, what do you want from me? I've got nothing to sell you, obviously. Even if I did have something to sell, I've got no place to sell it. I'm basically ruined. And on top of it, provincial army and the other damn merchant are acting like I'm the one who did it. He's not taking this very well, is he? Hard to blame him. But we need to see if he knows anything that may help us. Well, you see. You're investigating this mess, huh? Okay. So, would you consider cooperating with us? Sure, why not? Not getting my hopes up, as I'm sure you can understand, but... Hell, I've got nothing left to lose. Not exactly a vote of confidence. Hey, he's willing to cooperate. Let me cut him some slack and hear him out. So about last night. At the time the incident actually happened. Last night, huh? I don't know how much help I can be, if that's what you're asking about here. See, I left the market right after arguing with that merchant yesterday, and I didn't come back till this morning. I stayed over at a friend's place, another merchant. Just got pissed drunk and ranted at him all night. And you certain of this? Positive. Ask my friend if you don't believe me. I wandered over here with an awful hangover this morning, and what I found gave me a hell of a start, my whole stall in stumbles. And as if that weren't bad enough, all the processed fruits I was going to sell were just gone without a trace. So, the goods that were stolen were all processed foods. That's right. Nuts, cheese, bacon, all foods that have a long shelf life, made with local ingredients. Seeing all my stuff gone really sobered me up. It was like I hadn't been drinking at all. And that's when I went over to that fool stall to make him pay for it. Why did you go straight to him? Because he was the one who did it, of course. He smashed my stall so he could have that spot all to himself. But that doesn't make any sense. If Heinz did it, then why was his stall destroyed too? He must have done that to himself. Probably figured if he destroyed his own stall, no one would believe he could be responsible. I don't know. It seems pretty unlikely. It's a bit excessive. I understand your frustration. Baseless accusation do no one any favors, and only cloud the true issue. But it's so frustrating. I've lost so much money because of this. I might have to shut up, shop for good. That is bad. If I could at least get my goods back, maybe I could salvage enough to stay afloat. But what are the odds of that? None of the other merchants saw anybody do anything, and the provincial army sure ain't about to help. I'm finished. Pure and simple. All the hard work I've put into getting this far. And this is how the dream ends for me. Well, I'll be honest, I'm not sure how much we'll actually be able to do for you, but we'll do everything in our power to help you find some form of closure. So cheer up, okay? I do appreciate that, but again, I ain't about to get my hopes up. Good luck though. Okay. That's all the two victims of this crime have to say, it seems. What does everybody think? I can't be sure, but I really don't think either of them is responsible. Both merchants certainly have a adequate motive to damage the other stall, but the chance of both committing the same crime on the same night without crossing paths is literally nil. Is it impossible that they were just out to steal each other's merchandise? But I don't believe that's what happened. Both of them have alibis confirming that they were somewhere else when the crime took place. I'm inclined to agree. I just can't see either of these merchants being responsible for what happened. So we're going to have to look elsewhere and find viable suspects. Also, I mean, who could possibly have been? Alle denken nach. Wer könnte es gewesen sein? Oder wer hat damit zu tun? It's impossible to say right now. We don't have any solid leads. We know who the culprit wasn't, but how are we supposed to start narrowing down who it was? The market itself seems unlikely to produce any further clues, so we should focus our attention elsewhere. Actually, there is one thing that's been bugging me. There are a group of people involved in this whole situation whose actions don't seem to make any sense. Maybe if we can work out the reasoning behind the strange behavior, we can come one step closer to finding our culprit. Whom do you mean? I'm talking about the market manager and his wife? Nee. The merchants? Nee. Provincial Army, ja. Und wisst ihr, warum ich das jetzt hier tippe? Weil die sind angekommen, haben gesagt, ihr vergesst die Scheiße und geht zu euren Sachen und belasst es dabei. Also die sollten sich nicht mehr weiter drum kümmern. Und das ist einfach sehr, sehr seltsam von der Armee, weil normalerweise würden die halt erstmal aufnehmen, ja, was ist passiert, wir gucken, was passiert ist und so weiter, aber die haben ja gar nichts gemacht. All das. The Provincial Army. They haven't done a thing to try, hier sagt Rean das auch nochmal, try and solve this crime despite it happening right under their noses. And that begs the question, I know. The market manager said they're refusing to fulfill their role due to the tax issue, which means the provincial army should refuse to intervene in squatters within the market as well. If that's the case, then why did they come and intervene this morning? Now that you mention it, that really doesn't make any sense. The methods were atrocious, but the fact is, they brought the dispute to an end. Almost instantly they did get involved. Yeah, 1 minute. They're refusing to do anything, then the next day talking a stand. It's definitely suspicious. My point exactly. There's definitely something unnatural about the way they're conducting themselves. And since we have no other leads, what do you say we got to the army's guardhouse and take a look around? We may be able to learn something from them. That could aid us in our investigation. That may be worth an attempt. The guardhouse isn't too far from here either. Let's head on over and see what we can find out. Okay, dann gehen wir mal zum Guardhaus und stellen die Typen mal zur Rede. Mal gucken, wo die sind. Wartet mal. Ah, da. Aren't you the students from the military academy, was it? What are you doing here? We're terribly sorry to trouble you, but we were hoping you may be able to help us with something. Could we ask you a few questions about the incident that occurred at the Grand Market this morning? Why? What does it have to do with you? We are visiting this town on a field study as students of Thors-Militärakademie, and we would very much appreciate the chance to see how experienced soldiers such as yourselves handle difficult everyday situations. This seems a perfect opportunity for an anecdotal case study and could prove most invaluable to our education, if you permit it. Alright, stay here and wait. It looks like we may be able to hear what they have to say for themselves after all. Nicely done, Laura. In times like these, we need to make good use of our positions. No one can fault a student for wanting to learn after all. Now comes the hard part. This makes me nervous. Well, let's just wait and see what we can get out of them. Remember, it's not always what they say that matters, but how they say it, and even more importantly, what they don't say. Right. I hope you appreciate us taking time out of our busy schedules for this. So what do you want? And make it quick, I'm a busy man, you know. Ja klar, anscheinend drinnen rumsitzen mit einer Kaffeetasse in der Hand und nichts machen. Die machen ja nichts hier in dieser Stadt. Das haben wir ja jetzt über die letzten Folgen rausgefunden. Die machen ja gar nichts. He's not even trying to keep up appearances. Unbelievable. I'll be brief then. We came to discuss the incident at the market this morning. Would we be correct in assuming that the provincial army will be conducting no further investigations? Is that all you came here to ask? Is that all? Should the armed forces charged with maintaining peace in this region not be taking this matter more seriously? Laura, I'm not sure. You've got a big mouth for someone your age, and it seems you have a lot to learn about how military units actually work. What do you mean? Let me ask you this. What should the number one priority of the provincial army be in order to maintain the status quo? I tell you, the number one priority should be to enforce the will of the region's ruling lord, Duke Berea. As members of the provincial army, the will of the nobility is absolute. We are just following our orders, protecting what we have a duty to protect. Ja, sieht man ja. In Anführungsstrichen. I assume you're referring to the local petition against the sales tax increase. So you're saying as long as the petition isn't withdrawn, the grand market isn't something you have a duty to protect? Interpret my words however you want. We're soldiers, we follow our orders, that's how the military works. And we don't need some fresh military academy inductees telling us how to do our jobs. This is nuts. Does he even have a tiny shred of shame? I was hoping we'd be able to get something out of him, but it sure doesn't seem too likely anymore. So, is that it then? I hope this has been enlightening. How? If you'll excuse me, I have a job to do. Wait. Would you mind answering just one more question? Elliot? Fine, ask it. Do you have any idea what may have happened to the girls Marco was handling? You know, there's the other story merchant. All he had left was that one sample. What are you talking about? That merchant from the capital, Heinz, was the one who was planning on selling accessories. What? What did you just say? What are you all looking at me like that for? How do you know that? I was under the impression you hadn't investigated the matter at all. How peculiar. We only discovered what each of the merchants was intending to sell a short while ago, ourselves. Sir, we have our own ways of finding these things out. Do well not to underestimate us. Now we've wasted enough time answering your questions. We're leaving. Okay. Elliot ist genau darauf eingegangen, was Rean gemeint hatte. Irgendwas zu sagen, damit die irgendwas sagen, aber das nicht wirklich sagen wollten. Und jetzt hat Elliot, wenn ihr das ein bisschen genauer verfolgt habt, wie ja schon gesagt wurde, der Typ, den Elliot erwähnt hat, der hat eigentlich Lebensmittel verkauft. Und Elliot hat das aber so hingestellt, als ob er Accessories verkauft. So. Und deswegen kam dieser dieser Vertausch da. Und so haben sie ertappt. Do you think the fact that they know what each of the merchants was selling means they did investigate the matter after all? But the burglary happened last night and it was only first discovered this morning. Realistically, I don't think there was any opportunity during the time for them to do any digging, not without running into us. Agreed. I suspect they knew what each merchant was planning to sell, well, in advance of yesterday's incident. That would be easy information for them to learn since Duke Iberia must have issued permits for both stores. That's true. And the army would have no trouble gaining access to transaction records for something like that. But why would they bother? Maybe they needed to know so they could prepare. Prepare for what? I get the impression that the incident at the market has been carefully planned out for a while now. I don't think those two merchants being given permits for the same spot was a coincidence either. It was probably done to get them to start fighting, so they could get wrapped while there was tension between them. Basically, to create a situation that couldn't be brought under control without the army's help. The two merchants were being used all along? It seems to fit perfectly with that happened this morning. Meanwhile, the provincial army has shown to interest in activity or in actively working towards a solution, unless the market manager chooses to withdraw his petition. So they waited for these things to get out of hand, then showed up to force both parties into an uncomfortable truce. Eventually the merchants would get worn down enough that they feel like they have no choice but to withdraw the petition. This is turning out to be an even shadier situation than I thought. Yeah, and thanks to Elliot, I do believe we have finally uncovered the truth of the matter. That was indeed some very quick thinking you displayed, Elliot. Would make a fine military strategist. I just got lucky, that's all. So what we know is the provincial army is somehow involved with the actual perpetrators of this crime. The only way to solve it once and for all though seems to be, well, to find them and catch them. But if this was carried out by members of the provincial army, that's not going to be an easy task. No. I don't think anyone from the army was directly involved. The soldiers here are far too proud to dirty their hands with such escapades. I tend to agree, really. Wherever the culprits are, I doubt they're still here in Celtic. There just aren't many viable places to hide such a huge volume of goods without them being found. Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe they escaped by train. No, that can't be. Boarding a train with that much merchandise would raise suspicions for sure, so it's been less than a day since the burglary happened, so they can't have gotten far. Maybe we should ask around on the main roads and see if anyone saw anything out of the ordinary. Someone suspicious may have been spotted leaving or even entering the town. That sounds like a wise course of action. Come, let's resume our search. We mustn't let this cowardly thief run free. I wouldn't dream of it. Okay, dann gehen wir mal wieder weiter. Lulu, are you okay? Look, what that nasty man did to her. Is something the matter? I was just chasing after Lulu near the west exit of town, and there was this weird man asleep along the side of the street. A weird man? To sleep in the midst of a bustling town like this, oblivious to its danger suggests he must possess formidable skills. Or he was just really drunk. The nasty smell coming out from him nearly made little Lulu faint. That's terrible. It really was. I don't know who he is, but I'll have to keep an eye on Lulu to make sure she keeps her distance from him. So, he's not from this town then? I'm not sure. I only started seeing him around a few days ago. I never seen him before that. Really now? That sounds like a lead, if ever I've heard one. If he's drinking in the middle of the day and isn't Instructor Sarah, then you know he's not a merchant, at the very least. Yeah, I think we should go talk to him. Let's have a look near the erst exit and see if we can track him down. Alles klar. Ja, den Mann haben wir auch schon mal gesehen. Da haben wir uns noch gewundert, warum der so betrunken ist, der Typ hier. Na, quatschen wir mal mit dem, was er zu sagen hat. Drink, bring me another drink. This guy reads how much has he put down. It's only midday and he's already completely blissed. I don't think this is the man we're looking for. I think he had trouble pulling off a robbery. Sir, are you alright? We can help you back home, if you like. I'm alone. I'm just good for nothing. I'll lose his job. Looking after that nature park. Wish my whole life. Nature park? I wonder if he's talking about the Lunari Nature Park we saw yesterday. You kids know it. Yes. I used to be the park ranger for the old place. And then you lost your job. Yeah, I don't know about you. I had my life with that job. I didn't them and he just came and took it all from me. The damn official just showed up out of nowhere and told me I was sacked. You can't just take a man's livelihood off. I'm like that. It's not fair. The job was my life, my life. Yes, we can see that. Something about this doesn't sound right. I agree. It hardly seems fair to take a man's job away from him without good reason. Right. I'm no glad somebody... And understands how I feel. There's no way a bunch of kids like that are gonna do a better job than me. Kids? I was drinking here last night, you see. A bunch of kids ranger uniforms and walking out of the town through the west exit. Weird thing was they was carrying a bunch of wooden boxes too, in the middle of the night. Kids these days, I tell you. You don't think they could have been the nature park? I wouldn't even have considered it, but given its size, it would no doubt be a perfect hiding spot. Yeah, they'd have no trouble stashing the merchandise there undetected. The men standing at the entrance yesterday were probably there as lookouts. And if a provincial official was the one to tell him he was fired, that practically is smoking gun. I say something useful or something? Don't know what I said, but I helped you out. Why not buy me a drink? I would suggest you start trying to sober yourself up instead. There's a good chance we may be able to recover both your park and your job. What? You know our next stop. As soon as we are fully prepared, let's head on out to the Lunari Nature Park. Right. Alles klar, das machen wir dann in der nächsten Folge. Aber bevor wir jetzt hier die Folge beenden, will ich eine Sache noch machen. Das will ich nämlich gleich mal in dieser Folge erledigen. Wo ist denn das hier? Warte mal, wo ist denn dieser komische Marktmanager? Ja. Excuse me, but would you mind giving us some details about the monster you want exterminated? Not at all. The provincial army did say that they would handle it, but they don't exactly seem to be in a hurry to do so. That's why we had to request that all of you take care of it instead. I apologize for that. It's perfectly fine. Please don't worry about it. Just what sort of monster is it then? From what I've heard, it seems to be a massive avian monster. It appeared last night, supposedly. Worse still, it's appeared right in the middle of the highway, and it's blocking any passage through it. As such, we really do need this to be taken care of quickly. As for its specific location, you'll find it by heading west once you've left town. It's apparently situated itself on a stone bridge located on the way to Heimdall. Got it. We'll take care of it as fast as possible. I'll report back once we've done. So, true. Alles klar. Und da wir sowieso auf den West-Exit müssen, können wir das hier gleich machen. Und dann können wir dann hier an dieser Stelle in der nächsten Folge weitermachen und uns in der nächsten Folge um dieses Questmonster hier oben kümmern. Ich hoffe, ihr hattet Spaß mit dieser Folge. Ja, es war ein bisschen anstrengend wegen den Gesprächen, weil das alles auf Englisch ist und so weiter. Ist mir auch bewusst. Aber ich würde mich trotzdem freuen, wenn ihr mir ein Däumchen nach oben da lasst und das Ganze mal überlegt, was ich euch am Anfang dieser Folge erzählt habe. Vielen Dank fürs Einschalten. Bis zum nächsten Mal zu The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel.